Hello, I'm a bit short of time and energy this week, so this is a weekly reading for 11th to the 18th of January. So I pulled the cards already. I'm using 7th Sphere deck, which I was going to use as a clarifier the other week, but I didn't need to clarify, so I thought I'm going to use it today. And they're so pretty. They're so pretty. Got these 3 oracle cards as ever. I've not looked at them. And we kick it off with the 5 of Swords, which is all about a little bit of tension. So if you've been having some arguments this week, or you might be feeling that you need to get better at something, don't be surprised, because that's what this week's been kicked off. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. So maybe you are doing something to bring in a little bit more money. Maybe you have had a few financial challenges, but the Queen of Pentacles is a pretty good card, and you should find that things, that she could be addressing that. She's looking back at this. So she's using whatever this issue was to fire her up and step forward. The Temperance is about balancing money, perhaps. Perhaps you're getting something come in, and after some sort of disaster or upheaval, something that starts this week off has been a little bit higgledy-piggledy, and your focus has needed to be on improving something. Queen of Pentacles really does give me that vibe that it is about money, and a lot of people are, feeling that after Christmas. January is not known for being its most financially friendly month. We've got the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is inspirational. If there's someone around you, it could be a child, or it could be like a person. They're often enthusiastic, curious. So you might be getting curious about ways that you can look at. And the 9 of Cups here in reverse. You might be curious about doing something with other people, not on your own, moving into a team or I want to say duet. I mean, maybe this is about singing for some people, because this is a little showman. And so maybe you're going to be working together and getting a bit creative and productive. The 6 of Wands means whatever it is, whatever this idea is going to be successful. So if you are moving out of doing something alone and you're starting to work, maybe collaborate with somebody, it is going to be a great big success. But we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So we have the Queen of Pentacles upright and the King of Pentacles in reverse. So this could be inhibited by, is it financially beneficial, or is it not paying as much as you'd like it to pay? That might be a slight shadow this week when you're looking at options. Well, I would love to do this. This really inspires me, but is it going to pay? Is it I want to say acumen. I don't know how to incorporate it into this, but is there something not quite right? Or could there be somebody trying to, cast a shadow over what they're doing? Maybe this is somebody that's a little bit controlling or a little bit jealous because they don't like this new successful vibe that's going on. Who can imagine who would be like that? I don't know. And then we have the 2 of Wands, which means if you're having any doubts over whether this is going to be successful, whether you need to collaborate, or because somebody is trying to put the negative spin on it, you're going to think, well, I can take on board the comments, but let me plan how I'm going to get from here to here. because this is all about planning. And I feel like with the High Priest here, the Hierophant, you are going to add a little bit more structure in. So you're not going to be ad-libbing, another sort of creative thing there. You're not going to be ad-libbing. You're going to be creating something with a structure that's maybe a little bit more out of the box than you would normally do. Perhaps you like a structure. Perhaps you prefer to know where you are. And that Hierophant is going to bring that structure in, and you are going to be planning for it. And then we've got the Eight of Wands. So I think you're planning the structure because you want to minimize any confusion. You want to smooth out where you're going. So, you know, if it's a financial thing, as we were getting the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles in reverse, if you're financially worrying, you're trying to find some way of smoothing that out so you feel a little more comfortable. The Moon, and as we end this reading on the 18th, we will have a new moon. The Moon card is here. And also the Five of Wands, which is more competitive things. So you could find that there are a few fears. The Moon brings things out into the open. It allows you to see where you're going, and it helps you recognize what you're afraid of. And this Five of Wands there is, I'm sure that's the Five of Wands, yeah, sorry. The Five of Wands there is about that extra competition. So the thing that you're doing, that you're aspiring to, could just give you this feeling that might be, is this person that's criticizing me right? Do I really have what it takes? Do I really need to learn more? Well, I feel like I need a clarifier on that. Just to clarify, I want to say, no, you don't need to learn more. But let's have a look. On the bottom of here is the Queen of Pentacles again. So as you know, the Queen of Pentacles is a provider. She's very good. You have to be careful she's not burning out, because she gives to a lot of people around her. And so if you're doing a lot and you're trying to make sure you're pleasing everybody, be careful. Four of Swords, yeah, because you might be coming out of a period where you've been a little bit run down, a little bit tired. The Page of Pentacles in reverse. You might feel that you're not getting what you deserve, that you're not bringing in the offers for the work that you're putting in. You might be seeking a promotion and that's not forthcoming. But don't worry, because the Death is here. And this is a sign that a new cycle is coming. I just did Viking Oracle with a new cycle starting, something ending, something beginning. This absolutely echoes that. You are coming into a new cycle. And what's this new cycle bringing? Strategy. Planning again. I mean, some people see that as some sort of betrayal. Notice this eclipse on the moon. We're coming into a new moon this week. I think it's strategy. Queen of Wands. So you've gone from a Page of Wands with the idea circulating it to this Page of Wands, to this Queen of Wands. And I am getting show kind of vibes. So like I said, you might be putting on a performance. You could be a singer. You could be a dancer. But some sort of transformation this week is going to see you looking pretty good. She is amazing, the Queen of Wands. So whether you're male or you're female, you're going to be looking good. You're going to be getting all the right. Oh, I'm liking this. Stuff was a bit up and down to start with. Strength. Yeah, you're going to be going from strength to strength. It's going to be quite a week for you. And remember, on the 18th, we'll be doing intention setting and stuff like that. Because the 18th and the new moon is a perfect time to close off those cycles and request this new phase. The world does keep coming out. Well, I mean, that actually adds up. I was going to say the world keeps coming out in reverse and as we're going into new things. But this is the week that you close off all that past cycle. Almost certainly, because that's in reverse. And you want to, you're ready to, you move forward. Queen of Cups in reverse. All this excitement, all this change, perhaps a little bit too much focus on you because you're the Queen of Wands. Maybe that's just causing you a little bit of anxiety. Perhaps you're not used to attention in this way. Perhaps you're not, perhaps you're a bit overwhelmed with being the newbie, and now you've got to settle into it and get used to it. And I'm drawn to these little stars because I think even if you're a little bit thrown by this, and 1111 just came up on the timer there, you have been hoping for this. You've been manifesting this. You've been working towards it in the, in the 3D, in real life. And now it's coming to you and you're a little bit like, oh, I'm not sure I want to take on this role. I'm not sure I'm ready for this, but you are. Of course you are. King of Swords is all about legal, it's about speaking your truth. You are entering into a very powerful period where you're stepping into your own and you are really going to, when I say when you're not sure whether you've got the skills and not sure about whether, you're feeling the fear. What's that saying? Feel the fear and do it anyway. The King of Swords means you are going to be successful. You're going to speak clearly. Occasionally, people find this the truth a little bit harsh, but you're doing this. You're acting in your integrity, and this is true authenticity that I'm getting here. True authenticity. I'm loving this reading. Was this the second week in January? 9 of Wands. All this wand action. I mean, he has got to be there, hasn't he? He's very pleased with himself, with the Queen of Wands. I mean, this isn't necessarily a love reading, but if it were, this is somebody younger, or at least who presents as young. And maybe there's a little frisson going on there, I love these two cards together. They're just adorable. Yes, she is just carrying on and he's like, whatever. Anyway, got a bit distracted there. So this page of Knight of Wands is gonna, come in and, add to the extra pizzazz. It just means you are gonna be people are going to be a little bit captivated with you, and that is not the worst thing that can happen in the world. 7 of Pentacles there as the last card I've decided to pull is all about, has your effort been rewarded? And I think if it's not fully rewarded this week, she's watering it and she's starting to become confident that the work that she's putting in is coming together. I love this reading for you. Let's have a look at the 3 oracles that we pulled and see if they tied in. Yep, rest now. I mean, right at the beginning there was a little bit about rest, so if you felt a little bit tired, that's fine, but maybe all the success is going to bring you a holiday. I am getting drawn to, if you've just had, maybe you work in sales, you might have won a holiday or something like that. This rest period now, whilst I'm recording this early in January, a few days before this week that I'm recording it for. So maybe you need to make the most, if this gets published before, of resting before you suddenly turn the corner and you're very, very busy. Oh, no wonder you're glowing. Sanat Kumara, which is light activation. It says, shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. So, yes, that's why you're a little bit of a star. That's why you're coming across as this wonderful Queen of Wands energy, this wonderful Page of Wands that you're growing, you're developing. The Knight of Wands there, bringing in a little bit of extra action. So, yes, you do know what you're doing. Because you're being your authentic self, you're very confident about it. And this is going to be seen by people. And I'm going to say again, if you're into drama, singing, the arts, this is probably going to be something that someone's going to notice you. So good luck with that. And let me know if it is. And then finally, nurture. As you nurture your child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. I was wanting to say energy. You can see all this lovely light again. Beautiful light cards in this reading today. And, so that rest card is important for your vitality. So get some rest this week. Maybe eat well. Make sure you're doing things that keep you healthy, and nurture yourself. So that's saying your inner child. Usually we find we become a little bit vibrant when we're doing things that we enjoyed. I'm thinking singing, dancing, performing, anything where you're probably going to be seen. And even if it's just in your local community, people are going to notice you, and they are going to think you are glowing, nurturing, and you're going to be giving and receiving this nurturing energy around you. Well, how nice. And I can't wait for the 18th anyway to do all our intention setting. You have a fabulous time.